Mr. Bones, he has no clothes. Mr. Bones, he has no hair. Mr. Bones, he doesn't care. Mr. Bones is made of bones. That is why he's Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is very sound. Mr. Bones is never wrong. Got the flags on the tall, we are already packed. The family's decked out in garnet and black. Got meat on the menu, I smoke it real slow. Been on it since Thursday, now it's ready to go. These are the days we are blessed with, just a few times a year. So forever to thee, Carolina is here. From the swamps in the PD to up where the mountains yawn, celebrating these game days because they don't last that long. Yes, soon they'll be gone. The gathering started, a drinking a meal. The sons and the daddies are tossing the pill. These are the days we are blessed with, just a few times a year. So forever to thee, Carolina is here. From the swamps in the PD up where them mountains yawn, celebrating these game days because they don't last that long. Yeah, soon they'll be gone. It's Mad Dog and JC, you already know. So come on, let's go. It's the Carolina Football Tailgate Show. Tailgate Show.
Welcome in, everybody. It is the Tailgate Show here with JC Sherbert and Phil Mullinax. Well, Phil Mad Dog Mullinax. It's A&M week, JC. We're right on into it. 3-game stretch here to close out the season. Like always, it's just a blink of an eye, man. It's like raising kids, you know? I mean, it's so cliche, but you're like, well, when you blink, and the next thing you know, they're graduating. It is really kind of like that. And every football season rolls on just so quickly.
Yeah, last year, I mean, obviously, probably because of the performance on the field in November and the hope for the future. Frankly, I hated to see it end, you know.
Yeah.
And really, the hope for the future had nothing to do with it. I enjoyed watching that team play on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
Can't really say the same thing about the offense this year on this year's team. And, you know, the defense obviously isn't that elite. I'm going to say elite playmaking unit. They're a good unit. I mean, they're a tough group. They've got a lot of good young players. If the folks come back next season that are eligible to, or the vast majority of them, I think Carolina's going to cycle back up defensively in 2026 just because of returning talent and a lot of really good players. But, yeah, it's just been disappointing. I think that, you know, because the Band-Aid got ripped off 2 weeks ago, everybody's, I'll say excited, but curious. Curiosity is a key word I've used this week because that's how I feel. I'm just curious to see if something different happens plan of attack wise. Outcomes are different, but like I wrote on the bigspur.com 6-pack Saturday that comes out every Saturday for VIP members, the fan base is probably going to react poorly if the outcome is not good, regardless of the plan. And that's okay, because I don't think there's anything wrong with having standards around here. And I was reflecting on this week, and South Carolina's fan base has gone from, in the time we've had the Big Spur in its current form, right? Or not its current form, but the time we've had the Big Spur with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
This fan base has gone from Spurrier having to say, don't clap when we lose, to being outraged because they lost a fourth quarter game to Alabama or Ole Miss, who are in the top 10. That you may say, well, some may say, well, that's just ridiculous. It's overreaction. And I think some do overreact in every fan base, but I think that's an example of the standards that have changed around here.
Yeah.
You know, it's no longer just little old South Carolina, and nor should it be in this modern era of college football where you see programs with less resources, less tradition in some cases, like Indiana. Although Indiana whipped Carolina's ass in the '88 Liberty Bowl, I'll give them that. That was a disappointing day, but you look around and there's programs that have elevated, and you know, in the past it was hard for them to get players and roster, and they kind of got caught in this. When you're at an Indiana or whatever, it's hard enough to get players when you do kind of out evaluate and outsmart everybody else. Now you can lose those guys, obviously. If you can pay them, you can hold on to them. But it used to be, by the time the good recruiting classes, got to where they could go play and win in the Big Ten or wherever, the coach is getting fired because it's been 4 years, on a kind of this 5-year death cycle. And some programs have broken through with that. And certainly they all have good coaching. It's funny because, Lane Kiffin was when he got hired at Ole Miss, it was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. It's going to be fun in Oxford because you got Kiffin at Ole Miss and Leach at Mississippi State. I mean, you're just looking for the quote. I don't know that anybody predicted, what they've done there, right? And the portals helped them. You kind of look at Indiana. Nobody shot off fireworks when they hired Kurt Signetti. Nobody shot off fireworks when they hired Brent Key at Georgia Tech. And nobody really outside of Nashville shot off fireworks when they hired Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. And nobody cared when they got Diego Pavia and Beck and the Kill Zone.
Right.
Nobody cared. I did.
You
remember in the summer,
you were an early adopter, man.
Mike
really
Morgan literally laughed at me, and I kind of laughed at myself when I started talking about the Virginia Tech opener for Vandy last season.
Right.
I was like, beware of the Kill Zone. Oh, come on, it's Vandy. And lo and behold, this 5'10" quarterback full of pea and vinegar. I know some of you are upset about the Clemson win last night.
Yeah.
Look, both teams, it was like a game of hot potato in the second.
Dude, nobody wanted to win that game.
You could have it,
Yeah, right.
I didn't realize Louisville, I guess I haven't watched them a whole lot this year. I didn't realize they don't really have a good vertical passing game this year. Jeff Brom, that's something he needs. So they're kind of getting by on defense. That running back they have from Atlanta, I don't think it's not Duke Watson. It's
the other guy. I don't remember his name either.
Kawan Brown. He's a sophomore from South Atlanta High School, 3-star guy. Bro, that guy is that's the way. None of Carolina's running backs have played that way this year. I mean, and it's sometimes. I mean, guys like that just come out of nowhere. I mean, that's a dude. That's a dude. Miller Moss is a little disappointing too. And look, I got to say this about the Tigers. They could have mailed it in, could have gone up there, and I mean, obviously tried to give it away. I don't think they're particularly great, but they found a damn way. And that's people talk about culture in football programs. And I said all offseason, Carolina and Clemson both had good culture. I think Clemson does have good culture. There may be some things they can identify about that as far as overconfidence off season, why guys aren't playing that well, that maybe they tweak. But to get up off the mat the last 2 weeks, beat those teams, that's good. But last night epitomized ACC football in 2025.
Yeah.
They kept talking about the wheel of destiny. I'm like, it's going to land on Durham, North Carolina, and the boys play at Wallace Wade, and you're going to be out of the playoff. Now, what I think is going to happen is because, if Miami happens to win out and not go to Charlotte, they seem to want to rank them high. I don't agree with that at all. No. I mean, you're living off a Notre Dame win and a bunch of games at the beginning of the season, but South Florida being good helps them, obviously. Some of those, they still may get an at-large, but – they'll be of the first, and it's not it shouldn't surprise anybody. I was livid last year that SMU got in because of the weakness of that league. And if you even take the SEC and South Carolina and Alabama and all those out of the equation, Phil, the Big 12 was a better league. I think it's a better league this year. And, you know, just because it's competitive doesn't mean it's bad. They're bad because you look at Duke, a contender, and they have 3 losses to Illinois, UConn, and Tulane in the non-conference.
Tulane
beat them.
They turned around and whooped your ass.
Yeah, they took their quarterback, took their lunch money, and then they went and made you make them a sandwich, right? So the Gamecocks and the Aggies. Aggies are now a 17.5 point favorite. It's dropped a little bit.
Yeah, down a little.
Shout out to my graphics guy, Quinn Weathers, who rushed me over an updated graphic for some social media today on that. So we'll see. Mario Craver is probable now. So it looks like the Gamecocks are going to have to contend with him. Josiah, well, we'll get to the injury report in a second. I always forget. We have a nice song that goes with that. We'll get with that. Josiah Thompson's been cleared, but we'll go through the injury report in our segment coming up. Nana Sports chat box. Name hometown, or not naming hometown. Hometown. Where in the world are you watching the Gamecocks from today? And we've already got Monster Gold 2. It's walking around Kyle Field. He's in Aggie land.
Yeah.
With our boy John Strickland and other Gamecock fans. I've heard it's a great thing. And he mentions, looks great. Everybody's been super nice. Yeah, A&M fans are good people. I mean, I know that the program is weird and people call them a cult and all stuff like that. People say the same thing sometimes about Clemson and Auburn. I think it's, you know, the other school. Sometimes people they're a little cultish, you know, but
right.
I've had nothing but great interactions with Aggies through the years. And I think they're good people. And, you know, I was thinking today, reflecting on this too, Phil, like what are the fan bases that maybe I didn't care for? Well, Kentucky and Vandy, because those are the only 2 times I've ever gotten in a confrontation at a visiting stadium.
At Vanderbilt.
In 06 and 08, yeah. 06 was a win against Kentucky. And 08 was a loss. I was with my ex-wife and we were walking out and some stupid butthole got in my face for some reason. You know, I think Tennessee fans to me are 50-50. I have dear friends, lifelong friends that are Tennessee fans, coworkers, colleagues, big Tennessee people, and love them to death. The other half, I don't know. They kind of get on my nerves. Georgia's kind of the same way with me, you know.
Yeah, because you never know when you're going to get barked at.
Well, and the problem is I lived in Gainesville, Georgia for 3 years early in my career. I was the sports editor of the newspaper there, and I got oppressed big time. Because if you ain't a dog, you're nobody.
Nobody.
Not in Gainesville, Georgia, Bo. Anyway, but I have dear friends there. So I'm trying to think. I think Florida fans I don't have any friends that are Florida fans. And I think they're probably the most psychotic online and also as far as their opinion of themselves in the world. I like Florida. I don't have a problem with Florida, but there's that. But I'm going to go through that. That's a good topic for the off season, which is nearing.
Fan base rankings.
Yeah. So where are you at in the world? Monsters at Kyle Field. Doc says he's been there once. Welcome in, Doc. Harrison says, win or go home. Mike says, we need this win today. Oh, the call boys. Yeah. All right. So Pat DeMarco with the most hilarious call, unintentional, probably couldn't remember that they're called yell leaders. He called them call boys. So I'm like, that's amazing. Chris does say, don't call the cheerleaders. They don't seem to like that. No, they're a little defensive.
They do.
I don't know that I would not be if I were an Aggie. And in Texas, my friends in Texas, my Longhorn people are like, you're either in Texas, it's binary. You're either an Aggie or you're not. Period. Matt says, don't have a good feeling about today. Maybe be the opposite of last year, close at half and pull away. Well, that's been the way most of the A&M wins and the Carolina losses have gone this year, Matt. Carolina, 2 touchdowns in SEC play in the second half, and one was on a short field against Bama. So they've had 1 touchdown drive. A&M, on the other hand, you go through it, and, you know, Mississippi State was up 3-0 the whole first half. A&M scored like 2 minutes to go. They pulled away. They won 31-9. They were down 18-14 at LSU. They pulled away and won 49-25. Last week, it was a 14-0 game at the half. A&M had a defensive touchdown, so it's not like they were going up and down the field against Missouri. They won 38-17. The second quarter is kind of when they erupted at Notre Dame. Notre Dame was up 10-0 and went from there. It's just kind of been that way the whole year where they've pulled away the second half. So it's important for Carolina to get off to a good start for sure. But it's equally important for Carolina to do something in the second half. And we'll see. Maybe a new offensive plan with somebody else calling plays will help that.
Yeah.
So,
breathe a little life into it.
Matt was like, watching Clemson get handed a win last night was as frustrating as watching us lose. I was pissed. You know what? I didn't care.
I didn't either.
I kind of figured they were going to win because when they finally went up after it was 19-13 and Louisville stopped them because they tried to give the ball to Peter Woods twice and he fumbled twice. That was the second time was on Klubnik. And then, they stopped Louisville, which was Louisville's backed up. There's a lot of terrible calls in that game too.
Yeah, I wonder if Dabo was going to complain about officiating after that game.
that ref in that game looks like a mutual friend of mine and Phil's. I don't know if we call him a friend, but I know that he got engaged in front of us one time. Looks just like him. Uncanny.
It was
uncanny. That guy looked just like our friend Jamie. But I was just like, I was like, come on, Jamie Ray, what are you doing?
He spoke like he sounded like the Boston College contingent his accent was very Northeastern, and that was rubbing me the wrong way. And I am not a fan of Andre Ware as an analyst. Like, I mean,
now we've had him on JC and Morgan, so in real life, he's a nice guy, but
I'm sure. Yeah. But I do not like, no. And what's his name? Anish, is he
he's terrible.
Yeah, his high water mark was with Golick Jr. at the Mayo Bowl that year. That was the peak, and that was all Gojo.
Yeah, a lot of those guys are terrible that came up through the SEC network, but some of them are very good. Dave Pasch, Justin Dvorak, and Taylor McGregor on the call today. But yeah, and so then Clemson gets it back, and then they let Randall go 46 yards up the middle. At that point, I was like, chances of victory are slim.
That's right.
And then, Jeff Brom did not have a great coaching night at all. He trots out the other kicker, and I'm like, the other kicker for 47.
Bad.
And
I'm
my
like,
wife was even like, he's not even warm, so whatever on that. But I didn't care that Clemson won. I don't, there's two ways to look at it. If they win, and they beat Furman next week, which they will, they've already got a bowl wrapped up.
Yep.
There's not a ton of kids from South Carolina on that roster. What does the game mean? They've kind of underperformed all year. They're going to, I feel confident to say South Carolina's still one of the better teams they'll face, and it'll be one of the better venues they've played in.
Definitely be one of the better defenses they face.
Yeah, if they lose, there's a lot of pressure to get to a bowl. It doesn't matter. It's the ACC. If Wake Forest can go beat Virginia, who is in first place, anything can happen in that league. I didn't see anything out of Clemson last night that I went, man, they're really putting it together. They've had spurts here and there, but it doesn't look anything close to the team. Not even like last year's team at Clemson. I don't think.
Oh.
But we'll talk about that, obviously, moving forward. Justin says, aloha from the orange fog of Pickens, go Cox.
Yeah, man.
So it's like, do you say aloha when you enter Pickens County? Is that the new thing?
Oh, I think aloha. You do it. You got to do it to fend off the Haints.
The Haints. Everybody says Louisville's beat themselves. Louisville had some Dollar General Gamecock uniforms on. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's
they
very
did.
similar.
It looked like Temu Gamecocks.
Yeah. Doc says, what's the odds Beamer actually survives this season long term? Survives this season this year? I think good. It can always get worse. That's going to be my answer on that subject.
Right. Yeah.
Can he have the team next year? out of the gate playing good ball. Well, I got good news for you, Doc. Game 2 is Towson. Game 1 is going to be a team that may be worse.
Right.
So, hey,
we're trying to get Kent State in here for game 1.
Somebody call Kent State. That's Kent State actually made a hire. Their interim coach actually won 3 games this year, which is big for them. Harrison says the A&M fans were probably the best group of fans at Willie B. Yeah. So Georgia fans had the worst game day in Athens. Yeah, one time it was not a confrontation. I was coming back from the urinal tailgating with my Georgia friends at the Georgia Carolina. Somebody got 2 inches from my face and yelled the word cock. This student with the dog painted on his bald head.
Oh,
and that was close. But then I was like, and I wasn't that. I was like 28 at the time, but I was like, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this.
I get barked at at family functions because we have Georgia folks in our okay.
Russell is heading to the great city of Duncan, South Carolina for a 10 and under softball tournament. Probably out there, like what is it? Middle Tiger Park. It's a new relative new to me because I grew up out there. Complex. It's nice. I think that's it. So Bobby says, "Good morning." Good morning, Bobby. Pitbull on a Blimp has a prediction: Aggies 44, Carolina 17. Could be.
That is not outside of the realm of possibility, Pimp.
Harrison says Louisville also not using their timeouts at the end of the first half when Clemson was backed up was stupid. Yeah, wasn't the best. I think Jeff Brom's a hell of a coach. I mean, did you see that reverse triple pass thing they did? That's nice.
It was, I'm like, well, that's very college.
Yeah. Meso says if you can't run the ball, all offensive coordinators look bad. I mean, that's true, although Louisville ran it just fine last night, surprisingly enough.
Mm-hmm.
That kid was good. SC Scout guy says happy for Robbie Ashford. Yeah, winning season, going to a bowl. Nice move for him. They're well coached. Wake Forest is. It's crazy. It kind of shows you about opening games. They played Kennesaw State at the beginning of the year and won 10-9. And so you look at it and you're like, Wake is in big trouble, Phil. I was like, big trouble in Little Wake. But what we didn't know is Kennesaw State is really good.
Yeah, they're good this year.
They're really good.
They're really good.
And that was a nice win. And Wake's pretty good. And the part of the ACC wheel. They kept calling it the ACC Wheel of
Destiny.
That's like getting a ticket to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory if you're a fat kid.
Who's gonna?
It seems cool at the beginning, but you're going to end up.
Next thing you know, you're drowning in a chocolate river.
You're drowning in a chocolate river. Mesa says, "Who was to blame for Cade handing the ball to Peter and Peter not expecting it?" It was Cade, and I didn't mean to say. You're right, Mesa, on that. Cade's problem, I think, it looked like Dabo told him he's running the wrong play. I didn't listen. I didn't listen to their post game. Better things to do than listen to post game, huh? What? Yeah. Sorry,
I was going to say, what are the odds that Riley's there next year, gets retained? Got 2 years of lackluster offensive performances.
I mean, they look good sometimes, and what's one of the non-famous Baldwin brothers? Billy, he's Billy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Billy Baldwin.
Harrison says Willy Wonka's a damn horror movie. Yeah. All right. So it's a breakfast game today. Breakfast ball, kegs and eggs, whatever you're doing. Want to know what you're eating, what you're having. Are you making a Chef Will Turner recipe this fine morning? Maybe a breakfast casserole, maybe a bag of Bojangles biscuits or Hardee's or Chick-fil-A. I don't know. I don't know if we'll have the time. Phil, let's hit it. What's on the menu?
What's on the menu? The game is soon. We may do a breakfast casserole if the Cocks kick off at noon. If you are traveling or at the bar or at the stadium eating out your car, we'd like to know, what do you have looming? What's on the menu? What you got
yes, the sweet sounds of what's on the menu.
Man, it's been bad luck this year.
Yeah,
I think when we changed the what's on the menu song, because the first two games it was last year's. I don't think it's gone very well, Phil. Maybe that's the Tammy Wynette is bad luck.
That's
Barbara
right.
Mandrell.
Barbara Mandrell just ain't doing it for us, man.
Oh.
So
So
I don't know what we're
yeah,
gonna do. My wife's not feeling too good today, or hasn't been past couple of days with her big stomach issues around here. I don't know why, but yeah, we're not doing anything crazy. That's for sure.
yeah, wife has got to go they got to go pick up the car, Phil, today. Went over there last night. Now I got to go pick it up, take him a cashier's check. So she's going to be gone. I think I'm going to get myself a nice salad. My stomach's been a little weird too. I haven't been. I'm craving like a Cobb salad. That sounds weird. I know on a game day,
No, I feel you on that, man.
it's crazy. What I'm more interested in than what Phil and I are eating, which is probably like not a damn thing,
Right.
is what everybody else is. T-Far made a homemade sausage and egg crunch wrap. Beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Fishing with
Colors.
Felix, chocolate chip pancakes for the family. Beautiful. Justin, Mississippi chicken po' boys. Justin brings it strong with the what's on the menu segment. I've noticed that.
Chicken po' boy. I like it there.
Most of our regulars do, but Doc's got Cajun game day nuts ready and some cold fried chicken. The cold fried chicken's actually good.
Yeah.
Meso French toast sticks. They had a BOGO at Publix. Yes. Heading to Athens for the Texas Georgia game. I get to hate watch Arch Manning. Awesome. SC Scout guy. Now this guy brings it strong. My wife bought a 10-pound bag of drumsticks, and I'm supposed to watch some sort of TikTok video and grill them with whatever combination of spices they have on them. That's one thing that TikTok's good for. Is that?
Yeah, recipes. Yeah.
Chris has a pub sub for the win. Justin Hall, my man, Justin just got a new gig.
Yeah.
For the Attorney General, Alan Wilson, the host of Four Quarter Friday. He and Steve Hall. Check that out at 9 a.m. on the Chief Sports Network. They have a chat box too. It's wide open, so get in there. By the way, congrats to South Florence, Johnsonville, the Burns High School Rebels.
That's right.
Now I play Dutch Fort next week, so I don't know it's going to last very much
I think
longer.
that's where I have your Rebels going out in my bracket. I can't remember. I'll have to double check that.
Dorman, another Spartan. Woodruff stayed alive. We have Roger, that's a Woodruff fan. Last night, I'm doing all this from memory. Some surprises too. Abbeville got beat last night. That was interesting.
No.
Johnsonville flashes. Justin has a Friendsgiving tonight, which I'll fast for. I got a Friendsgiving, which I'm against the concept of Friendsgiving. It's a lot of pressure. The wife had one at work. I had to get 6 cans of stovetop the other night.
So I thought Friendsgiving was like a leftover potluck.
Dude, I made a mistake of going to a Friendsgiving first time I came up here because I wanted to meet her friends. First football 2019 Clemson Carolina game. It's in Chinatown, which is a good ways away from the bar. And it's like I just couldn't pay attention. I mean, Carolina was going to get their butt whipped that day anyway, and they did. But man, I was like, I never again. But we got one next Sunday at one of her houses and all that good stuff. But I'm against that concept. I'm just like, it's too much. I mean, come on, Anyway, but it's a thing. It's a thing. And Justin, we certainly hope that you have a great one tonight. Obviously, if you're going to go all out, right? Pimp on a blimp, smothered cabbage, and venison bacon wrapped backstrap. Golly, that's good.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
So yeah, Roger said Woodruff won close last night against it was a team from Greenville, I think. I don't remember exactly, but Christchurch. Woodruff won by 3. Justin says, proud of you for doing that for memory, JC. Yeah, there's nothing in my head but sports information. I can't remember like what I put on. I look down at my shirt. I have this is a pretty awesome Guns N' Roses shirt.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
The
looks
Paradise
like
City shirt. It's a poster from a concert they did in Los Angeles before they did Paradise City. And I was like, did I have that on Thursday or Wednesday? And I was like, have I showered? And I have. I just, it's just like, but heck, I remember scores from the Gamecocks 1986 football season. So anyway, field goal from Christchurch to tie. Roger said against Woodruff was 45 yards, about 2 feet short. Okay, so I got to ask in the chat box about Coach O in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Woo-Pig Suey, and when they called the University of Arkansas, gave me another opportunity, my third SEC job. I was at Ole Miss. It's hard to win there. I was at LSU. It was my dream job, but I had the fire inside. And I just want to thank Hunter Yurchuk.
Yes, because you
Give me
know
this
he's gonna screw that up.
Mesa says
Well, big
Spartanburg's
fan
got
of
a chance
Walmart,
to win it
love
all
plastic
this year.
chicken.
Mesa, I think Spartanburg lost to Ridgeview, man. Yeah, maybe you were asking. No, Spartan High's out. My dad's school, the school of my father. He's up in heaven, arrogantly pissed off that Spartan High lost to Dorman one time in the playoffs. Like back then, they had the Big 16, 1 versus 8. Dorman was 8th. They were like 34-2 against Dorman. Dorman comes to Snyder Field, which used to be Wofford Stadium where Spartan High played. 21-17, and I think, oh gosh, Terry Gilliam, who played at Carolina, was their quarterback, and he was a running back for a while at Carolina, if I'm remembering correctly. And he drops back and launches one 43 yards into the end zone. They score on the last touchdown of the game and beat him. Dad and I are in the car listening on the radio. He had to pull over on the side of the road. He's like, I can't believe this. Dorman knocked out the mighty Vikings. So anyway, but yeah, so that's it. But yeah, so would Orgeron be a good fit at Arkansas? Yes. I would probably hire him above a lot of the, like Jimbo Fisher. I would hire Ed Orgeron over Jimbo Fisher. Because Coach O is the key with him. It's kind
of
it's going to be Terry Wilburn. Terry
Terry
Wilburn was the guy's name. It's going to be hiring good coordinators. Now he hired pretty good ones. Dave Aranda was his defensive coordinator, putting Insminger and Joe Brady together. When he hired Matt Canada, there was nothing wrong with that. Matt Canada was just kind of like, he didn't get what he thought. Then Scott Woodward, everybody's favorite AD, the big game hunter, forced him to hire Bo Pelini as his defensive guy. I noticed their defense just sucked. They couldn't recruit and all that.
Not good.
But if you hire Ed Orgeron, if you're Arkansas, here's what you're going to do. You're going to recruit pretty well. You're going to recruit above your average, based on how much money you have to spend, like it is these days. And you're going to have a great defensive line. And then everything else is up to the coordinator and staff hires. So they could do a lot worse. I don't think that's the direction they're going in. I think Coach Orgeron's trying to get any job. Like he would take
get back on the field.
He would take Oregon State, I think the endless summer's coming to an end, Phil. So
it's time to get back to work.
Terry Gilliam's the guy for Monty Python. Yes. Justin asked, if you're Arkansas, do you kick the tires on Dabo? Hunter has experience getting a winning coach from a school that had gone stale. Yeah, but I mean, there's some history there, right? A little history. So when Clemson fired Danny Ford, they went to Arkansas and hired Ken Hatfield. And the 1992 season rolls around, Arkansas's first team, they're in the SEC. They lost to Citadel their first game. They fired their coach, Jack Crow. I think they promoted Joe Kynes. He hired Danny Ford as a consultant. And Danny Ford had the full-time job the next year in 93. I think he won the West in 94. So Hatfield went to Clemson. Ford went to Arkansas back then. So that would be interesting. I don't think that, if you're Dabo, Arkansas is in a little bit tougher spot than Clemson as far as can you win there. But they're both in the northwest corner of the state. You have the state to yourself. They allegedly have some money, but, I don't know they spent it all on I think they funded Calipari for basketball, and they have to fund baseball out there. I don't know how much of it sounds weird to say Arkansas football. We're good at other things. So
right, yeah.
But
it's odd to think that's sport number 3 out there. That just doesn't set right.
I'll tell you the job and I don't think Dabo's leaving, but I'll tell you the job that I just from talking to people in the agent like coaching search buzz. I had a conversation the other day a friend of mine was out hanging with some LSU people, and they were talking about Dabo. So, and I don't know who LSU is going to hire that's going to make anybody happy down there, but Dabo probably would. And that's a situation where I'll go collect a couple more national titles. So,
yeah, that's true.
So anyway, all right. So we have, what's up next? Uniforms.
Is it uniforms? Yeah, uniforms, then injuries. Yeah.
All right, let's do those back to back. We'll do those quick.
It's the highlight of our day before our cocks go out to play. What are we gonna wear? What are we gonna wear? Will it be garnet? Will it be black? Will it be both or a throwback? It doesn't matter, but they say you must look good when you go play. So what are we gonna wear today? Will it be garnet?
I know for a fact we have a garnet helmet.
Yeah, Harrison's all over it too. He said garnet white with a black.
All right. Yeah, there we are.
The helmet has already been revealed. Interesting
Black
combo.
face mask. Mm-hmm.
Kind of from the Brad Scott era. I was thinking they do the black helmet with the double white because that's worked. Big games, big wins for them through the years. Just don't do that NC State looking thing that they did at Vandy last year, and I'm happy. I don't know. And I'm colorblind, so maybe it's not. But yeah, that's the uniform report. And Phil, let's go straight into the injury. Some good news for the Gamecocks.
Injury, he's got a shoulder, hip, or knee. So we will see what's up with these injuries. Will we have a healthy team? Did coach play coy and it's just a dream? Who will see the field today? Who is gonna play?
Hey, we got a little good news in that Josiah Thompson is now off of the injury report for South Carolina. Jalewis Solomon, Kason Henry, and Jatavius Shivers. All three listed as out. Henry, everybody knew about. Solomon moved from doubtful to out, and Shivers has been out all week. So don't know what's going on there. Hopefully he's all right. But yeah, the biggest thing for A&M is Mario Craver has moved from questionable to probable. I don't know if that means he'll see limited action, but Scooby Williams, linebacker Bryce Anderson, Le'Veon Moss, who we're all familiar with, and Rashad Johnson Jr., all out for Texas A&M.
War Shaggy, like Lil Scoob, you're on the injury list. Yeah, Craver playing. Obviously, that's another weapon that they have. But they have other weapons. Carolina's secondary absolutely has to tackle well today. The good news is they have pretty good tacklers in the secondary, and that hasn't been a problem. I mean, they're RPO heavy. You worry a little about the safeties if they get behind them on certain plays and stuff like that. But I mean, it goes without saying, South Carolina. You just got a text that said James Franklin's the top target at Virginia Tech, but my Hokie people say we're not going to wait forever on him. So we'll see sort of what happens. By the way, I just wanted to throw that in there since we're talking coaches. But yeah, you got to tackle pretty well. Jalewis Solomon hadn't played a whole lot. The tackle situation though still is a little bit thin. It's slim, Phil. It's slim. Because what if Tree or Josiah goes out?
Yeah, that's a concern. And if Josiah is physically injured, right? I mean, we don't know if he was just sick or whatever, but
yeah,
that's not Because
flared
if
up.
something re-aggravates, next thing you know, I think you're more than likely putting in a true freshman on the right hand side and moving Tree over to the left.
Our sliding Boaz Stanley or Nolan Hay out there.
Yeah, well,
I know
hey,
everybody's cringy about that, but they played tackle at their previous stops.
yeah.
And that's one of the things they talked about when they signed us position flexibility. Who knows? Boaz may about be a terrible tackle if he's not doing any thinking, you know.
Could Sharp play tackle? He's a big
No.
old boy. No,
Not me.
Okay.
Not to me. Not to me. I'm not saying.
Not to me.
I'm not saying. Oh, by the way, Andre Ware last night. So anyway, so Braden Jacobs from Clemson is Brandon Jacobs' son. We know who Brandon Jacobs is. He played for Auburn. I remember when I worked in, I guess, Gainesville, like I was talking. He, wait a minute. Am I right about this? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm wrong about this. I'm wrong about this. I thought Brandon Jacobs had died.
Oh.
No, he didn't. That's somebody else I was thinking of. Oh, well.
Well, good. At least you looked it up before you killed him on air.
Well, here's what happened last night, because I was like, because he was like, they went and talked about Braden Jacobs being his son. And then somebody makes a 6'7" reference, you know, what the kids are doing now.
Oh, and that was another aggravating thing, because it was, they could not stop. Like anybody who was 6'7", you didn't hear anybody else's height. Nobody was like, oh, he's 6'6", blah, blah, blah. No, always 6'7".
But dude, like the next thing out of Andre Ware's mouth was, that's not going to die. And that's all I heard was Brandon Jacobs and then die. But that was somebody else.
Yeah.
Another former Giants running back. Man, I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah.
So, that was me. So I'm glad I didn't say anything about it. He's alive.
That's literally when I tuned. I turned it off for a while and just I came upstairs. I came upstairs to do work because I'm like, I'm not doing this, because I recently heard the song from which that 6'7" reference come.
Yeah.
And don't trouble yourselves. It's not worth it. And I'm a fan of hip hop, but no, I don't even. No,
I don't even care to learn. I usually like to learn about things. I don't even care to learn about the 6'7" thing. I don't care. It's just like not on my radar. Now, sometimes I do things on delay, and so like in 2 years, I may be all about it. You may hear me on the show talking about it. It's just how my brain works.
Well, I thought it had been around that long, but come to find out, it was only released in this February. So this is a very recent thing, and I was like, oh my goodness, it did not make me. It did not create for me strong feelings for the future of this country.
Jeez. Roger points out he thinks A&M is going to wear all maroon today. They are having a maroon out. All their fans are supposed to wear maroon. Yeah, the email I got from their website was maroon out for big recruiting weekend. No mention of South Carolina. That's going to happen when you're 3-6, folks.
That's true.
But you just kind of hope they take you lightly. Harrison says Jacobs is a 6'7" guard for Clemson. Why don't they slide him out to tackle? They did, and then Walker Parks got hurt, and they moved him back inside. He's going to be he's a really good player. And I'm not surprised, because his dad was a junior college guy. He was at Auburn when Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown was there. And my buddy that I worked with, that worked for me at the Gainesville Times, was a big Auburn guy. And that's kind of started my, reintroduction into recruiting, because we talk about recruiting. He loved Brandon Jacobs. He's like, that dude's a beast, but he just played with Cadillac and Ronnie. I mean, so didn't get a lot of snaps, but that year they went undefeated. He carried it well. So, not surprised. Doc said Tree has to be on the left side, and Boaz at tackles probably fine on the right. Yeah, if something happens, but thank goodness Josiah is clear. You don't want to start that way. Now the Cassie's out, and Josiah Thompson's graded out. My understanding is as the highest offensive lineman in the last 3 games since Sean Elliott took over. Since Elliott took over, and I mentioned this, probably was some technique thing that nobody previously caught that Elliott quickly fixed, because talent's always been there. So, you just never know. S.E. Scott guy took his kid to the local library and they still had a card catalog. His mind was blown. That was how we searched for books in the 80s.
Heck yeah.
He said that's so 6'7". Oh my God. It literally has no meaning. That's the dumb part of it.
It does. Yeah, I know. It has zero meaning. It doesn't even mean anything in the lyrics. It's so stupid.
6'7". Maybe it's irony.
Oh, no. There's no irony in this.
So anyway, somebody, okay. So, what's his name? Meso asked Dorman, not Spartmer, Dorman. I kind of see a Dorman Dutch Fork final right now because Dorman's playing really, really good football, and they've been pretty good all year. And then Dutch Fork, obviously, is Dutch Fork. So that's kind of how I see it in 5A Division I. But I'm hopeful the Burns Rebels will pull a shocker. Doubtful. Yeah, still hopeful. Hopeful on that. Abbeville went down to Louisville last night. Yeah, I mentioned that. Abbeville losing is. I've been to before I went to work in Gainesville when I was still in college. I worked for the Anderson Independent Mail covering high school games. One of the honors of a lifetime was going and covering Abbeville football. It's just real, dude.
Yeah,
real. Think about that. The town's even really cool. Maybe the wife and I'll move to Abbeville. Who knows?
They got some political strife happening down there. They got a bit of a scandal with the mayor and police chief down there.
The mayor, no drama for me. Anyway, Lil Wayne had a banger of a 6'7" a few years back. That's all I recognize. Yeah, Lil Wayne. I like that one.
See, that I thought was kind of where it came from, Bobby, and then I was quickly told, no, that's too old. You have to listen to this.
Mesa said, what year did I work for the Independent? It was the 2001-02 academic year. So 01. The first game I ever covered was Pendleton Blue Ridge at Pendleton. I think Pendleton opened a new stadium at the time. Paul Sutherland, I think he's still the coach there. I'm not sure. It's his first game. I covered Lee Shaw, J-Bo's dad, Connor Shaw's dad's first game at Flowery Branch High School. So, I got a lot out of that. I'd never, ever, ever work for a newspaper again. I would go drive the forklift at the Home Depot because I think that would be fun, or stuff envelopes, or learn how to landscape or do bricklaying before I would go work at a newspaper ever. It's an unhealthy job because you sit all the time. You're stressed. They don't invest in technology. So it is a sweatshop, and it's a terrible industry with terrible people for the most part that run it. And I say that with all respect to my friends that still work in the newspaper business. Most of them got out though. All right, Phil. I think it's time for a break. And then we got one small thing and then one big thing. And then we got to get moving because kickoff is 2 hours and 25 minutes away from College Station, Texas. Don't forget ESPN is the network today. ABC opted for Notre Dame Pitt. I don't understand why that took a 6-day window. Anytime you can have Notre Dame on, maybe they thought Notre Dame was going to lose to Navy. I don't know. I was like A&M and Carolina. I mean, anyway. I don't know why that took game days at Pitt, so we'll see. Mesa said Paul Sutherland's at Liberty now. His son played at TY, played at Carolina, used to coach at Woodmont, but now somewhere in the lower part of the state. Yeah, I remember Sutherland was a Gamecock fan right up there in Oconee County, Pendleton, the home of Danny Ford. Roger said Coach Schrock was strength coach at Burns for years, been coming to all the Woodruff games supporting our strength coach. He had a Woodruff shirt on with a Burns jacket. Yeah, Schrock was big. It's a great hire by Bobby Bentley up there. C. Hen CGG says, morning from Simpsonville, feeling aggressive, creative, and fun this morning.
There you go. All right, let's hope.
Yes.
From your lips to the field's ears, man.
Aggressive, creative, and fun. All right, so we got to get to our aggressive, creative, and fun sponsors. We'll be back. One small thing, start being how you going to be petty today. What's your superstition? We want to hear it on the Tailgate Show.
Morning, Carl. Usual?
Yeah.
Your oldest was in here the other day. Said the two of you took a trip down to my neck of the woods. How'd that go?
You might as well give me one of those Carolina cards while you're at it.
I knew I liked that one.
Yeah.
There you go, my friend.
Thanks.
Hey, Carl. Congratulations.
See you tomorrow, Freddie.
You bet.
This is a breaking news event. We now have boiled peanuts without the shells.
Sorry, Alex. Did you say boiled peanuts without the shells?
Yes, boiled peanuts. No shells. Go to GameDayNuts.net and order them for game day.
I hope our jerseys aren't too loose, and cocky turns to the east from the cockaboose. Hope the mini mart has that lucky German beer, and on TV they show 2001 and our elite pregame atmosphere. These things really might seem sort of petty. Damn it, they're the things that get me ready. One small thing helps me feel good about the game. One small thing, not the game plan, heat or rain. I have to go and wash my lucky socks before I can feel good about the Cocks. One small thing helps me feel good about the game. One small thing, not the game plan, heat or rain.
Oh yeah, let's see, JC. I've already decided mine. I'm not wearing any garnet today. I'm going all black because garnet and maroon or burgundy or whatever it is they wear are too similar. So I'm just staying away from garnet today.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna watch the game on the big screen in the den.
I thought about that too.
Haven't watched the game there all year. Gonna watch it in the den. So
I eat too much when I do that. That's why I don't. Like I will literally sit there for 3 hours just stuffing my face with whatever snacks are in the kitchen. Maybe I need that. Maybe I need a day like that.
come here, girl.
Yeah, girl. Go get the chips out of that.
Harrison says, I'll be curious to see how aggressive the first play on offense is since we got a new play caller. We're coming off a bye. Yeah, but let me little recent history. What was the first play against Ole Miss? Downtown to Nick Harbor.
Downtown, yeah.
So I think we'll see a nice little inside zone, like a little Elliott zone action, you know. Maybe a pass in the flat.
I'm not going to get upset if it is a run play. Because here's the thing. Everybody's like, this guy likes to sling it all over the yard. He's the wide receivers coach. He likes to go fast. So, you know, everybody's expecting air raid. And part of winning is, you know, doing what they think you're not going to do. And that might be nice little inside zone. Use the tight end in those. I thought that there's some real creative. I like what Strick said. He was like, we'll do a little pin and pull, you know, get out to the edge there, kind of stretch it out.
Carolina's done some pin and pull since the Mustang Bear, and it's always worked pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it all. I don't know. You
We'll
tell
see
me, Phil.
I don't know. I can't call anything on offense over the past 5 years, bro.
MDRN CRPT says, good morning from Gaffney. Tristan Lewis threw 3 interceptions last night and a loss to Gaffney. Go Game Chickens, 38-31. Yeah, we saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan's being recruited now by the Gamecocks as a quarterback. So, I mean, no, I'm shoot. Stop. No, wait,
hold on.
No. A defensive back. I started to say corner, then I said no. Defensive safety is what he's
saying. Yeah, because he's a bigger
not a
kid.
quarterback.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, kid and all that. But so Gaffney Northwestern next week. Ooh, that's an old Region 2-4A battle.
Mhm.
Ethan says it's time for a seller's market today. Lenore's 250 with 3 passing and a rushing touchdown. Jaden, 50 yards receiving and a touchdown. Yeah, Jaden Settlers is back today. The fast and furious offense, Fury Road.
Free road offense. I love it.
Bobby's in all black. Gonna call all my A&M buddies and scream call boys into the phone and hang up. That's awesome, Bobby.
Please. Oh, Bobby. Yes.
Call boys is gonna live forever.
It will.
I'm gonna make sure, as long as I'm on this earth, call boys is a thing. Call boys is a thing. Scout, I see Scout guy. This is oh my god. I love that. My neighbor has emus.
Hey, is a statement in and of itself. Like you literally could have stopped the post there, Scout Guy, and none of us really would have been surprised, and we all would have been impressed.
They got out last night, and someone hit one going 50 miles an hour. Totally wrecked that Honda Pilot. Thankfully, the lady was all right. How's the emu?
Hey,
Did it
is
survive?
somebody going to eat this bird? Because that's why they're farming them, right? Like
Maybe they're Canadian. Like they killed all those damn ostriches.
killed all
for
the
no reason.
emus. That's right.
One, two had bird flu like 6 months ago. Yeah, that's crap. That's people talk about government overreach. It's not. America's nothing like Canada. Nothing. And you kind of, it's interesting that it's this way too, because most Canadians are kind of on one side of the political aisle. But it was like the peanut squirrel decapitation that took place in New York. Like the government ordered them killed. 6 months ago, they had bird flu, the egg situation that was going on. And so they went to court to protect the ostriches, right? And finally, the court said, nah, the government can kill them. And so they went and mowed them down with guns. There's a lady reporting on the story, and behind her, what sound does an ostrich make when, I don't know. I don't want to. That's made me cry, man.
Right, man. Yeah.
Bobby's gonna get boozed up and go to a military gala as a retiree. Dude, I need a beer so bad today, but I got on a high school football game tonight. Unbelievable. These people play high school football on a Saturday night. It's unreal. Unreal. So my wife got on me last night because I said Clemson's playing. She's like, oh. So college football can play on Fridays and you're fine with it. I'm like, no, I hate that too.
No, it's stupid. It should not be this way.
I don't think at all. And guess what? The ring leader is playing, besides the ACC, which does dumb things anyway, the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't anybody give a crap about the rules?
I
may try to talk her in. I may try to talk her into giving me like a hall pass or something today. Not that kind of hall pass.
But yeah, on the high school game.
Just let me go to the tavern and enjoy my day. Although without her, I don't really enjoy it. So I'm kind of.
It's a catch-22,
But my wife and I, we're best friends. I mean, now, hell, you don't sit there and drink and watch football without your buddy. No, I'm in a rock and a hard place. Justice for the ostrich, he says. Roger said Friday's high school, college is Saturday. Come on, man. Of course.
Right.
Cam says, get the ball out of Sellers' hands quickly and a couple times to get him in rhythm. Let's eclipse 350 yards offense finally.
Yeah, it might be nice. Could do good things.
Carolina put up 530 yards of offense last year against these guys. And I thought the offensive line, everybody always just remembers selective memory because if they're mad about the O-line or trying to fire Lonnie Teasley preseason, which you probably weren't wrong about it.
Yeah, which might have been the right.
But, and they talk about the A&M game. It was all Sellers escaping. No, you don't remember that game. And you don't remember the 4 NFL players they had up front and the fact Carolina lined it up and ran it all over them, between the tackles with Rocket Sanders. Now, the staff between Oklahoma and that game, they did tweak some things. They ran some different stuff. So, maybe precedent. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? Ethan says, what a game last year. We were on the field that I saved a piece of one of the bushes. All right. Sweet. Bobby says, Phil, are y'all going to the last game? We would love to see y'all.
We are not, Bobby. But if y'all are in town, we are going to be at the benefit concert, the Patrick Davis Toys for Tots thing, Garnet and Black Friday. We're going to be there. We have made a last minute decision. We've been all over the place on what the heck we're going to do this Thanksgiving, but ultimately ended up just being at home.
Maybe you can keep that Saturday open. It is the biggest weekend of the year. I mean,
It is the biggest weekend of the year. We'll see. TBD, Bob.
tell Dina I
TBD.
said that. I may have some tricks up my sleeve. Tell Dina I said it's the biggest weekend of the year, and you're blowing town before the game.
Yeah.
How dare you? I'm going to be Greta Thunberg. How dare you?
How dare you?
By the way, she grew up and became hot, right? Anyway,
She looks
JC's
like a
talking about how
Dutch boy from the paint can. Like it's just she's the
ugly-
Clemson equivalent of the Dutch boy. Big yellow eyes, scary as hell.
man. Carolina Titan says, I think Furry comes out guns blazing, wide receivers have a good day. Yeah, I think that's possible. But Lenoir's has to complete the passes. The guys have to catch the ball. They have defensive backs. I mean, yeah, everybody go and say JC Sherbert said Greta Thunberg was hot.
Yeah, somebody put that on the clip that.
Bobby's coming to the show. Yeah, well, Nat will be happy about it.
Sweet.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
We're
there
going to be in town, Bobby. So, of course, you've probably heard me say that. So I need 6 tickets, folks. Somebody find me 6 tickets
The 6 now.
in a good spot in the stadium that's not East Upper in the orange fog. I'll pay.
We'll pay. We have money. We have money.
But I don't want to pay. The
God.
stupid prices on the Ticketmaster, which by the way is a joke. And it's a joke for people to resell them. And there's people that have businesses that do it. And so, I mean, look, I don't look capitalist. It's fine, make money, whatever. But you have people that really just, I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to pay $500 a piece for, I want to pay face value for good tickets.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean,
Somebody email me, jcsherbert at gmail.com. Bobby, let me know where you're sitting at East Upper, because if you're there and we're there and we're all there, maybe it'd be good. But I've got my oldest with me this time. He's not even a sports fan. So I'm kind of looking for experience for him, but it may just not happen. I'm not spending
no, that's the thing. You were like, if
down
they're
payment on a car,
I'm not paying $500
I'm not
for a
spending
ticket.
like a down payment on a car for that. Just not doing it. I sat in East Upper in the middle of the orange fog for the 97 Clemson game. Carolina got up, looked like they were beating their butt. We were talking crap, and then didn't work out. So,
Isn't East Upper for the
all right,
city?
we got to get out of here. Folks, enjoy the game today.
Well, we got one big thing. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my internet. I don't know what's wrong. I gotta do something about this. It's not hardware. I just
that time of the day.
just mounted up. We're not even at 11:47 my time yet. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently you get like they've got you on they throttle you back after so many minutes or whatever.
I hate that.
Well,
Cam says ticket prices have gone down for the Clemson game. They're near 200. Now they're hovering around 90 for the upper section. SC Scout says he's going to go grill an emu. I wonder how that tastes. Probably a lot like Greta Thunberg.
yeah.
Oh my God. Ugh. Oh. Anyway, all right, Phil, let's get one big thing and get on out of here. This has been the Tailgate Show. By the way, we may not, just for poops and giggles here, I'm going to warn you. I said I want
2
to do
weeks
this.
from now.
We may not have, all right, because logistically, that game's early. I'll be there definitely. Maybe Phil. There's no place to do it from the stadium because the Wi-Fi is all messed up. So just we'll announce it and let you know for sure. May not have a tailgate show that morning just because of the early kickoff, and nobody's going to want to listen to us anyway.
Yeah, y'all are all going to be.
I don't think anybody really does for this one. It's kind of fun. I just love doing it.
I know it's fun.
So anyway,
I'm really proud of this background. I wanted to show it off today.
I love that with the call boy and
The call boy and the giant cock.
I need a name for this character. Like this,
I like hero cock, like
hero cock,
because in my mind, it's like I hear this, especially with the video. It was like we find our hero, staring down over the valley. It sounds like it's like a comic book narration. That's how I envision it in my head.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. Cam says, "Are y'all doing something for the Clemson game, JC and Phil?" I'm going to be there. I'm coming in for Thanksgiving to see my family for the first time since I moved to Chicago for a holiday. Bringing the family from here, and then we're coming down for the Patrick Davis Toys for Tots concert. And then the game's so early. And look, man, traffic getting to the stadium for a nooner for Clemson, Carolina. I mean, I got to drag all my people out of bed. We're going to head towards the stadium at 6:30 or 7 and try to get to the condos because it's just ridiculous getting in there. So, so we may not have a tailgate show is my thing. And I got to travel that week. I may not have a show. There's going to be several episodes of the show that probably will not happen.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday might be up in the air.
Yeah, so who knows? All right. Roger said, "Shock the world, Gamecocks." We agree. Harrison says, "Super cock." I don't know.
Cock supreme.
Bobby says, "We're there by 8 and hitting the condo." Cool. I need to find a parking pass too. Anyway. All right. Let's get out of here. One big thing and then roll on.
It's time, get real, JC and Phil. One big thing about today's Carolina game. One big thing, some of them are all the same. Tackle, catch, and run.
One big thing today, JC. Listen, you got nothing to lose, right? It's house money. Like, it is what it is. The offense has been lackluster and not impressive. So go out there and look like you have a competent offense, from game plan to calling to execution. Just put together a competent offensive performance, and your defense will be able to keep things in check enough to where you might have a shot today.
Just might. My word is freedom.
Freedom.
Play free. It's a game. It's a game you've played your whole life. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about it. Go play free and fast and let the chips fall where they may. And that's how upsets happen. I've never seen a team play tight, nervous, scared, thinking too much, all that's pulled an upset. Most of the time, it's the favorite that plays that way, or the favorite's disengaged and then presses to try to get back engaged, and that's how it happens. So just do it. Harrison says, "Don't know." Hines says, "Greta looks like the before character of He-Man." Yes.
Yeah, she does. Prince Adam Thunberg.
So USC did not give the scout troop tickets to the game, and they said they would not get tickets this year. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to dig into that off season. Some of the stuff. And Harrison says, "Don't see how we can put 4 quarters together and beat a team of this caliber on the road. A&M wins." I'll say this: if Carolina plays up to their potential, South Carolina is probably, outside of Notre Dame, the best team that they've played this year.
Yeah, really.
Because they really have not played. They played Florida, Arkansas, Mississippi State. Missouri without their quarterback, which Carolina beats Missouri with the Mike Shula offense if they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, if that third string guy rolls out there.
That guy's terrible. I hate to bring that up, but I mean, if you're looking for a sliver of hope as to how you match up, like the matchups, though, when I look at player to player, like the reality of it, that's very daunting. I mean, they can't help who they play.
No.
So I don't want to get it twisted that they're not very good, but I'm saying that the Gamecocks could test them a little bit more than maybe the record would indicate if the big ifs happen. Saturday Down South posted Franklin's in the final talks to take the Virginia Tech job. Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I think that's I think maybe they'd break. Maybe that would break today. That news. They tend to want to. These schools tend to want to be like headline stealers. I don't know who Virginia Tech that plays Florida State today. So who knows? Thamel's also reporting it. Oh, well, that's better. Thank you.
Yeah,
Anderson,
okay.
For Saturday Down South versus Thamel.
Yeah.
I'll go with Pete Thamel.
I think we'll side with Pete.
I think
on
I'll
that
side
one.
with Thamel. All right, for Phil, this is JC. Sad to say, if we don't do one on the Clemson game, this may be the second to last one of the year. But we'll be back for Coastal next week with the Tailgate Show. Appreciate all you guys hanging in there this year with us. Our audience numbers have been just fine, and you haven't abandoned us.
That's right. We think.
Thank you. We like having jobs. Anyway, don't forget Rooster Rant tomorrow night. Also, SEC Sunday night. If Franklin takes Virginia Tech, I'm sure they'll talk about it, even though it's an ACC, not an SEC. They don't really stick to the script. They've had a lot of Texas Tech lately. So, but that's a good show. And then Monday we'll be back. Coffee, the morning show, the show, all that good stuff. Say a prayer for the Chicago Bears this Sunday. They play the Vikings in the land of the Norse. We're trying to get to 7-3. Joking about that. Anyway, folks, it's been real. Have a good one. Enjoy your Saturday. Only a couple more left. Who knows? But you got to believe. You got to believe. See you fine folks later. Thanks again. This is JC Sherbert along with the Mad Dog Tailgate Show for A&M signing off. Let's go.